And we're back. I did not recheck my audio. Hopefully it's okay. I know you guys will tell me here in about 7 seconds. DeB says, "Oh, I finally made a live. It seems like forever. I'm so glad you're here." We have a lot of new people I notice in here, some names that we haven't seen in a long time. That's what happens when you switch up the time. That's what happens. Aggie's in here. She's feeling much better. Haven't seen Jody in a while. Jody's coming right out with a comment. She'll read my mind. Jody said, "I'm upset at learning they're no longer searching, hoping for good reasons. Why not?" Well, I'm surprised that the search for Scottie Morris didn't even last a week. That tells me that they have evidence saying they're either looking in the wrong place or they have literally searched everything they can search. I don't know, but this is crazy for sure. Hello, Marlena. How are you, honey buns? Kiki, what's up? Hello, Diana. Joe said, "Could he have run away from the abuse?" Well, we're going to get to that because something's up. Something's up, my friends. I don't even know where to start. This was shared in the Crime Lines and Lies Facebook group yesterday. It was put in Discord. And first I was like, hang on. Not that I'm ever the first to know anything, but I thought March 16th. So I'm doing the math. What is today? And I'm like, what the hell? Okay, well, I totally missed that all weekend. And then I look and I'm like, what has he got on? Had to find my dollar store readers, clean them off, put them on. I'm like, what does that say? Hang on. By now, everyone has seen it because I've got it on the screen and we're all together. Scottie has been missing since March 16th. He was seen on a Ring doorbell camera, from what I'm reading, around 8:30 that night. 911, if the article I'm reading is correct, was called at 8:45. How long he was actually outside of the house, I don't know. I don't know. This is really brand new in the case, so some things might not be accurate. But what I'm reading is this picture of him on the screen was taken before he left the house. This shirt is awful. Also, next to him, it was sent to me in Messenger, circled with a big arrow to make it extra obvious for me. Said that there's a backpack next to him, Brooks. Somebody said, get your backpack and get the hell out of this house. Now, we don't know because we weren't there. But he's got a backpack next to him, and it doesn't look empty to me. On the shirt, it says, "I'm a liar. I hurt my little brother." The other I can't really make out. But on the right shoulder is like is a face with tears coming off of it. So somebody was making fun of him for crying. He's clearly upset in this picture. His parents' names are Felicia and Brian. They have social media. I'm not saying go make friends with them or anything. Don't be sending them any Facebook requests or anything. Neither of them have any public posts about the disappearance of Scottie. None. Now, a lot of people think he must be just hiding out somewhere. I hope that is the case because it has been very cold in his area at night. Some people are very pissed at the local police department for putting this picture out. Minutes count, and this is the picture that was given to them. That's the picture that was given to them. Let's look at that real quick, and then I might get to some comments, and we're going to get caught up as to where we are right now and then backtrack. I'm going to put the link up because I want to know what you all are thinking. I hope he's hiding out. I really hope he's hiding out because it goes without saying there is something going on in this house that's not cool. Not cool. All right, this is the statement about the shirt. This is from Eaton, Indiana Police Department. They said, in reference to the photo that was displayed on social media with the writing on the t-shirt on the missing person case. That was the only photo, they said only in capital letters, that EPD was given to display and was quickly posted in an effort to help find Scottie ASAP. EPD officers came in on their own time to search for Scottie Morris and are still working hard to find him. We are very sorry. The post seemed as if we were trying to shame him in any way, as that would never be our intent. No, of course they weren't. I'd be surprised if they even looked at the writing. Hell, they might have thought it was some kind of brand or something. Until people blew up and were like, what the hell is on his shirt? When posting Scottie was not in trouble with the department, we meant we were here to help him. And it is the intent of every officer to find him safely. Placing that photo on social media was in no way an attempt to embarrass or humiliate him. Actually, it was displayed as an investigation tool. Interesting. It did, however, bring light to the fact that he is missing and further is bringing a volunteer search team in to help. Our only concern is that we find Scottie safely and then go from there with our investigation. I realize that it is easy to jump to conclusions and comment on social media that everything is being handled wrong. Because, not even 24 hours in, the police were already being told, you're not doing this the right way. Hell, people that have never even been to Indiana were on the couch. The thumbs are going wild. You're not doing this right. Thank you for all the calls of concern. We are investigating every aspect of this incident to make sure Scottie is safe and helping him in the future. Again, we apologize, especially to Scottie, as we did not mean any harm or ill will. Some people ask, well, why didn't they just crop it out? Well, they're not answering any of that, and they're not going to, because they never answer our questions. But I go back to the paragraph where it says investigative tool. I don't know. Investigative tool. So they knew the shirt was on him to shame him. I had a comment after the video that I put up this morning. Someone said his mom made that shirt. His mom told him to put it on. Now, I don't know what you would have to do to get a 14-year-old boy to put that shirt on and take a picture. I don't know. But you shouldn't be surprised when they take off out of the house and you can't find them. No, it's wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. Here is his missing picture that looks like a school photo, age 14, Eaton, Indiana. 5'4", 150 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. I also have the banner scrolling here if anybody is in that area and hears anything. It's absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Horrible shirt. Horrible shirt. That's not, you're not going to get anything out of your child by making him wear that shirt. Christina, did you say why he was endangered? Basically, what I got from the endangered was because they've been searching houses. They've been searching everywhere. So if he's outside at night, it's been super cold. So let's get to the comments and then we'll get up to speed. 99 pink balloons said, "What has Scotty gone through in his life? Poor child, I hope he has found safe." And what would his mama's shirt say if Scotty had a say? Woo, that comment made me step back. If Scotty had to decorate a t shirt, what would it say? Sunshine Cowgirl said, "I'm so glad you're covering this. That shirt really bothers me. It says, 'I hurt my little brother.' Was this a punishment shame shirt? I'm really worried." Oh, I am too. And it definitely, to me, it's definitely to shame him. Take a picture, sit him on the steps. He's got a backpack next to him, pictures taken. I wouldn't even want to know the conversation that was being had and what is going on in his mind when this is going on. I couldn't even imagine. I could not even imagine. Kate, for Big Little Voices, says, "It's times like this we grasp for anything to direct us. Stats and history can help, and sadly, because this is a young man and his age, he would be at a slightly raised percentage to be harmed at home." And that is true. At the age of 14, it's less likely because he's a teenager, but still, he can't be found. DeBee said yes, and the backpack, as if saying, "Here's proof he just walked off." Now, he did walk off because I doubted that whole story. Not going to lie. I did. I was like, they've been searching. Of course, I read everything about the search. It's the usual drill. Drones, helicopters, dogs, the whole 9 yards. And he can't be, they have not found him. Rowena said, "I get Letitia Stouch vibes. This is abuse. I think it's abuse too. I just do not see anything good coming out of putting your son in a shirt like that and taking his picture, and then he leaves. Or was he made to leave? I don't know. I don't know." Alibi says he has a backpack next to him, which makes me think of either going to or coming home from school. I wonder if he was forced to wear that shirt to school. That's what I want to know too. Did he come home from school crying because he was probably made fun of, taunted, picked on? Maybe he was already taunted and picked on in the first place. Kids are horrible. Kids are cruel. You can have all the anti-bullying chats with kids you want to have. Kids are not going to stop that. Kids are always going to be like that. I hope he didn't have to wear that to school. It's bad enough thinking he got hit with it when he got home and said, "Here, put this on." But you can clearly see the upset. All right, Eaton Police Department put this up. On March 16th, 2023, at approximately 8:30 p.m., 14-year-old Scottie Morris went missing from his residence at 414 East Indiana Avenue. The Eaton Police Department is requesting your footage from 8:30 Eastern on. Any questions, please call the Eaton Police Department. I don't know if they have any more footage from what was already reported. We know he was seen on one Ring camera. We know he was seen on one. And that was an Indianapolis station that reported that. So he was not in the house. We know he got out of the house. Question is, where is he? Christina brought up a good point. Some abandoned houses and stuff like that, but they've searched through all of those. The search has been called off. It's suspended. It's done. It doesn't mean they're not going to pick back up. It doesn't mean that. But they're definitely going to have to reassess what the hell is going on there. I understand. I posted this morning the mom's press conference statement. And I know she didn't score a lot of points with a lot of people. Sparrow said, could he have hopped on a bus and left town? Well, I hope that's what happened. I hope that's what happened. I don't know how he would get on a bus. Do you have to have an ID to get on a bus? I mean, I know you got to have money. Elmer said the parents made him wear that shirt to school. Okay, I've heard yes and I've heard no. Let's go through what the search said and then we're going to go to that. The chief also addressed everybody to clear up some rumors because you know how the rumors go. Plus, with the people that are trying to help out the police, they're on their Facebook telling them how to conduct a search. I saw one person say, call EquiSearch. Why the hell would you call EquiSearch? Not saying EquiSearch doesn't do good things, but I mean, they've got helicopters, drones, dogs. They're going through these houses and everything. To me, like EquiSearch is somebody that you call when the other search efforts have failed. And the police have far better luck finding missing people than some private organizations. I mean, really, those are the statistics, I'm telling you. But I couldn't, I shouldn't say I couldn't believe the comments, but we've seen it before. So let's look at this. Hang on. Grandma Bunny, this is a really good point. No way a teen would be allowed into school with that shirt on. That's what I'm wondering too. So, wouldn't somebody from the school have called home? Because, like I said, I've heard two stories. He wore it to school, and that he put it on when he got home. I mean, it's different strokes for different folks, and some schools wouldn't care. He could have kept a hoodie on all day. I don't know. But you would think somebody from the school would be calling the mom saying, do you know where this shirt came from? What size do you wear? Because I can make you one just as lovely.
Come up empty-handed in a search for a missing 14-year-old boy. Scott, police.
When they scale back a search or totally stop a search, my stomach goes in knots. And also, they mentioned school being out. When is their spring break? Because this clip was posted a couple of hours ago. Does he mean this week schools are out, or was it last week? Because I have a hard time believing that he wore that shirt to school and that some mandated reporter in that building didn't give him a different shirt and then made plans to follow up with the parents later. They can't control what the child wears at home. They can't. But I can't imagine. Okay, Janet said this week is their spring break. Okay, and hopefully he did just find a friend's house to go to. I just can't imagine between the friend and the adults that would take care of the friend that they don't know that the whole community, the police in particular, the state police are involved. They're looking for him. There was a statement made. We want to find him and, have a talk, about what's going on at home. They're aware. I did, going back through that statement from Eaton Police when they were talking about the shirt and they said it's an investigative tool. Damn right it is. Of course, some people don't see that and they're like, oh, you did it to shame him. I don't believe for a minute that the police posted that picture to shame him. They did say that was the picture given to us. Now, you can't find your child. Why would you give the police that picture? the picture you took to humiliate him, to shame him. CNY family said, just imagine he must have thought it was safer to leave home in a shirt and shorts in freezing weather than to stay home. Yeah. Who the hell wants to be out in that weather in shorts and that t-shirt? And I want to know what time he really walked out of the house. If he was seen on a Ring camera at 8:30 p.m., they called the police at 8:45. How long was he actually outside the house before they called 911? Midwest girl said someone has had to have picked him up. It's too cold out there. And they haven't found him? That's what I'm saying. He didn't evaporate. He's got to be somewhere. They've gone through the water. They stopped for a little bit, and that's because they were using helicopters. I really hope somebody has picked him up. I even wondered about grandparents. Maybe the grandparents had him and maybe just don't talk to the parents, or we're keeping something on the down low. I don't know. If these are different people's families, you never know how it goes. And like I said, at first I thought, well, I doubt he left the house. Why would he take out into that cold? I don't know what was in the backpack. With shorts and a t-shirt on. And a lot of people are bringing up Harley Dilly, and it's got my stomach in knots. It's got my stomach in knots. Let's look at what the chief said to clear up some of the rumors, and I'm going to post the link. Actually, I'll post the link right now. That way you guys have a chance to grab it. I do appreciate you guys coming in here. You know, only you guys would just at the last minute jump in for a case that some of you've never even heard of. Midwest girl said the parents are so sus. Well, what I want to know is they each have a Facebook page, and neither of them have posted a flyer. Neither of them have said, have you seen Scottie? And yes, they would make that public. They're not friends with the whole town. They would want this circulating. People use social media to their own advantage every single day. Marie said maybe he was locked out of the house on purpose. That's a common theory. Gonna teach him a lesson for lying, fighting with his brother. Eventually, he'll stand outside and, you know, he'll plead with them long enough, but instead he was like, forget it.
Hello, my name is Chris Liggett. I'm Deputy Police Chief with the Eaton, Indiana Police Department. We're doing this live video to put out or to squash some rumors that we're hearing. At this time, there's no crime scene. There's nothing being taped off for part of this investigation. The haircut itself that people are talking about had been done prior. That was done prior due to Scottie's request at a hair salon. That was not done the night of, that was done days prior. There is a multi-agency involvement, local law enforcement.
Okay, so the haircut was done at a barbershop, I guess, and he wanted the haircut. Marlena says, why didn't law enforcement use his school pic? According to law enforcement, when they asked for a picture of him, that was the picture that the parents gave him. So the parents, I guess, were still pissed off about whatever went on. I know in one interview, it wasn't the chief. I don't know who this guy is. And he said it was just, they had an argument and he was mad about being punished. But still, he's 14. He went out into the cold It's not like he had Carhartt bibs on. He had on shorts and a t-shirt. I think there's way more to it.
A multi-agency involvement, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, volunteer fire departments, surrounding counties, our county. We're all working together. Several volunteers, hundreds of people have come out to help us. Family, friends, other public safety agencies have come out to assist us. Businesses have donated things, flashlights, food, and it's greatly appreciated. But we wanted to squash these rumors that we're hearing on social media. We want Scottie home safe. As of right now, the search will be coming to a close, and we're going to suspend that at sundown today. And then we are going to have a multi-agency meeting tomorrow for public safety, and we will go from there to see what else we need to do. At this time, we just ask if anybody knows where Scottie is at, you please reach out to us. We want to get him here safe and to try to help him in whatever he needs in the family. There have been several interviews done. Polygraphs have been conducted. At this time, we're still looking at other avenues, and we have no new leads, no new information. We're kind of at a standstill right now. So anything that you guys may know that can help bring Scottie home or to us, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you.
All right. He said nothing's taped off or anything like that because there's no evidence of a crime scene. Multiple agencies are searching. Pretty much any trick you can pull out of the hat they're using, but they keep coming up empty-handed. They're not finding any sign of him. I can't remember who left the comment, and they said somebody had to have picked him up. But then I've heard he didn't have a phone. Zoomer Mom said, my son is 14. He would never even listen to me or his dad to put something on like that to humiliate him. Makes me think this certainly isn't the first time. That was one of the first things I thought when I wrapped my mind around the shirt. At 14, if my boys just didn't like the color, they were like, I'm not putting that on. And I mean, all my boys were bigger than me, so they got to a point where I was like, I'm not going to cross them too much. Of course, I would never think to make that t-shirt and put it on one of them, but they would fight me tooth and nail. They'd be like, I'm not putting that on. So that crossed my mind too. Is he used to being humiliated like that? And mark my words, there are people out there that are defending this. They're saying you don't know the full story. Is there more to the story than the picture, really? Because he didn't make that shirt himself. This wasn't his idea of fashion. Do I need the rest of the story, really? That stuff makes me that irritates the hell out of me to no end. I don't know how the police do it. I really don't. I don't ever want to know. But when you know that you are fighting against the clock to find a child, and you've got people blowing up the social media, picking apart the way you're doing things because they don't know what you know, and you can't tell them. You just have to sit there and eat their shit all the time. They're not just suspending this search because they need a nap. Because it hadn't even been a week. All right, without further ado, I'm going to put the link up again. I'm going to put up the mom's press conference. I wouldn't really call it a press conference as much as I would just call it a statement. Now, I was shocked that his father is not there with her. I fully expected mom, dad, and the siblings there. I wondered, where are the siblings? I know some people say you don't want to put the kids on camera, but it's a good way of getting emotion. And if he's out there watching it somewhere, he would see his siblings. Dad was not there. I don't expect Dad to get up there and give a speech or anything, but just stand there next to her. So some of the comments that I got were she looked put out to have to give this speech. She looked at she looked at the man that was with her at one point and just said, "Okay, is that good enough?" and walked off. Um, you be the judge. You tell me what you're thinking. Grandma Bunny was trying to pop in. You can try again, my friend.
The search is on for a missing Delaware County boy. The 14-year-old has been missing since Thursday. Right now, the mother of the teen is giving us a statement about his disappearance outside of the Eaton Police Department. Our Rich Nye is there live right now with an update on the search.
Yeah, Matthew, we're in Eaton, Indiana. This is just north of Muncie. The search continues for 14-year-old Scottie Morris, missing since 8:30 on Thursday night when he left his home. I'm going to introduce the police chief here, Jay Turner, who's also going to introduce the mother.
Thank you very much. This is Felicia Morris. She is Scottie Morris's mother. We've been working with Felicia for the last 3 days, and she's been very cooperative with our investigation.
Hang on, I have to clear something up. I didn't hear her say, "Is that good enough?" It was a comment that was left after I posted this morning. Several people were taken aback by her demeanor. Let me put it that way. We got Jen backstage. I'll bring you up in just a second, Jen, and Grandma Bunny. We got a full house.
We had decided that she wanted to talk to Scottie personally, so that's why we're here.
Do I hold that?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Scott, I love you. And I want you to come home. And I know that you're mad and confused. And I'm afraid that you're scared of all of this. Everyone is out looking for you. And we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble. Okay? If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay? I love you and I just want you to come home. I need you to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much, okay?
Thank you. That is Felicia Morris, the mother of Scottie Morris, who has been missing since 8:30 on.
Okay, and she walked away with him. I don't know why he would be afraid of the police, because if he's out in the cold, he's going to want the police, and the police can't find him. This really took people aback. The only thing that I can think of, just putting it out there, I'm sure she has seen the online hate from the picture that was given to the police that was put on blast. Let's see what Jen and Grandma Bunny are doing. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Welcome. You've never been on panel before. What are you thinking about this?
No, actually, I just got on. I was Googling just to see if there were any updates because I know they called the search off last night. Today they have different agencies out and so they might be calling in divers. Also, I was out on Friday and yesterday searching. And
you live there. Okay.
yes, I'm about 15 minutes away. I drive through there all the time. So I saw this online Thursday night when it first happened, and messaged them at 2 a.m. and asked if they were starting searches yet. And I got a message back about 10 a.m. saying that they were starting searches on Friday morning. So I went out Friday, and my first gut instinct was that the parents did something because of the shirt. At that time, you could see the writing on the shirt. Since then, they've kind of censored that. And I was out with a public official and some people from the fire department searching abandoned houses first on Friday. And the guy I spoke with, the public official, he was like, "This is a good family." And they're a good family. He ran away. He made a threat to jump off of the bridge, which is right by their house.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
So, and then later in the day, I was with another team, and it was someone who worked at the school, and she said the same thing. This is a good family. So, I mean, with the shirt, you automatically go to mom or dad did something. But he has also threatened to harm himself.
mm,
And it has been very cold here.
mhm.
It's been super cold. So, anyways, we of course, no luck through the weekend. And his great aunt was there on Friday, and I spoke with her personally and asked if he was autistic. She said no, he didn't have any health problems. There's no health problems like that. He's healthy. So I think at this point,
Mm.
he could have gone into an abandoned house, or they're thinking maybe like a house where people are out of town
Mhm.
because it is spring break. So there's, people on vacation. But we have searched all of the abandoned houses. So I don't know. Um, yesterday I was out and we literally were walking the river and the wood lines and, inside the woods. We found a trail cam yesterday. By the time we finished our search and went back area, the other group was telling us about a camera and everything being taped off. Like, that's how fast rumors grow.
Mhm.
It's just crazy.
Well, and I'm glad that the chief addressed all that and just said, no, nothing's taped off. We haven't found a crime scene.
Right. Yeah.
Now, do you know where the source of the jump off a bridge came from?
Yes, the public official that I was searching with on Friday told me that. And I would
I was just
assume that
wondering.
he's pretty reliable.
Oh, well, yeah, he's reliable. I just wasn't sure who told him, if it came from the family or if it was like a school, or something like that, like a school.
Right. At that point, that was pretty early in the search Friday. So I'm assuming anyone there at that time would have gotten their information from the police. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it sounds like that's likely what was said. So, yeah.
Now, we have a little bit of an echo. Is your YouTube app on?
I'm not sure. Let me check. Okay. Did that stop it?
I think so. Yeah. No echo.
Okay. All right. It was in the background.
So have they searched this particular bridge that was mentioned?
Yes. I don't know if you have pulled up Eaton, Indiana on the map.
Mhm.
His family lives right there on Indiana Avenue near the gas station. Across the street and like a block down is the first bridge. And then there's a railroad bridge, and then there's the main bridge on Highway 3. There's like 3 of them right there. And all of those have been searched. They've had dogs out, they've had planes with the sonar, and today they're out there again. It's been searched. Everything in Eaton, Indiana has been searched at least 4 times.
Wow.
The water was up, the water's gone down, and I believe we're expecting rain the next 3 days.
Okay, I had a question about dogs. They've had dogs out, right?
They have. And I was told that the dogs tracked him to the river, but that could be another rumor.
Mhm.
So,
And it's
I mean,
hard, and all the rumors are really harmful, so I'm really glad you came up.
yeah, I mean, the mom, so today I actually had a family member send me a screenshot. The mom was charged with neglect of a dependent in 2007. So I did the math there. That would have been right before Scottie was born. So it must have been his older sibling.
Mhm.
However, I'm hearing from, someone at the school and this public official that they know the family and they're good people. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And
No.
with this child's shirt, you just don't know.
Well, and a lot of times in these cases, I don't know if you follow cases a lot, they will say that.
Right.
They'll say, "Oh, no, it's a good family," and stuff like that, because they don't want to fuel any more rumors. They're not going to say, "Oh, these people are shit. We know they did something." You know,
Right.
they're like, "Oh no, they're a good family." You know, they'll say that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I do. I watch trials, and that's kind of my thing. Um, but this is just really it's rocked our community. Um, I mean, from day one, it's just you just don't get a good feeling.
no.
For him to have left home in a t-shirt and a pair of shorts with the temperatures the way they were, yeah. But I spoke with an officer yesterday. I'm like, have you looked into all of the predators? Because what if one picked him up? And they're like, we've done that. Um, I don't know. I think they're right now today they're kind of reconvening to come up with a plan, but they're just at a loss right now.
Wow.
So
Okay, so for me to ask you a question, I have to mute you because I don't know where the echo's at. So
okay,
I'm gonna mute you, ask you a question, then unmute you.
okay.
And I forgot what my question was. That was really smart of me. Oh, I know what it was. How many abandoned houses are you talking about?
There are quite a few. The number I couldn't tell you, but I know on one street alone that I walked, there were 4 within like a 3-mile radius or a three blocks. Yeah, we're talking houses, buildings. This is a small town. I mean, around here, the towns get smaller and they just kind of die off. That's Eaton.
And has anyone said if he has problems at school? Have they talked to his friends?
Yes, they have spoke with his friends. They've interviewed all of them. They've interviewed all of the family. The from what I've heard from, say, the lady I was searching with who works at the school. I was with her actually both days I was out there, and she said that he did great in school. He's had friends comment on the original post by Eaton Police Department. There are quite a few friends commenting, and they say that he was a really quiet kid, good kid. There have been some that have said things like the parents took his mattress away, made him sleep on the bed frame. I don't know if you've heard that. His head was shaved because he picked on a child at school with cancer. And then they come out and said that he went to the salon and wanted that haircut. And around here, usually with the smaller towns, if there's a child with cancer, everyone kind of gets around that family. There's GoFundMe's, there's fundraisers, and I've not heard of anyone at the school with cancer, so I don't know. But the kids have been saying quite a few things about abuse within his home. Another child stated that he would go over to play with his younger sibling and that he would be in trouble and not allowed to come out and eat. Now, again, rumors get started so quick, you don't know what's true and what's not.
Well, I have heard some, and I wasn't really gonna. I mean, when it comes from the kids at the school, I mean, kids don't really know repercussions of making something like that up. So I kind of tend to believe, what they're saying. Of course, through the rumor mill, one story becomes a snowflake becomes an avalanche.
Right, right. I mean, I've heard that they found his shoes. Well, they've absolutely not found his shoes. Um, yeah. I At this point, I fear the worst. I fear that he's hurt himself or that someone has hurt him and we're just not finding him. But we don't know. Either way, he needs to be brought home.
He needs to be brought.
Right. And when I say home, I'm not necessarily saying back to his home with his parents.
No.
But we need to, if God forbid this child is no longer alive, he needs to be able to rest.
Tiffany, hang on. Tiffany had a question. She wanted to know what you've heard about the shirt.
So what I heard about the shirt, and I asked the public official, that was one of the first things that I asked him, was what was the deal with that? And he said that it was a form of punishment. He had been acting out, and it was kind of a form of punishment.
And of course, you hear something like that and you go, okay, but I keep hearing they're a good family, and you don't put your kids in things like that and take pictures of them crying. So I'm sure you might have been a little taken aback. I know I would have been.
Absolutely. And my husband and I had that conversation yesterday. I'm like, how did this picture come about? You know, if you're going to do the shirt thing, is it you embarrass your child in front of your other kids because they're not going out in public? You know, so it's like a shame you in front of your family thing. And where did the picture come from? Did the mom make this shirt and send it to his dad? Look, this is what he's doing and this is his punishment. You know, is that where the picture came from? Like parents sharing, you know, talking about their form of, of discipline. I don't understand that. Um, and the backpack, a lot of people are talking about, did he take a backpack? And no, he did not take the backpack.
Okay.
I'm assuming the backpack was on the steps because he had gotten home about 5:15. He was picked up from the school from track meet on Thursday.
Did he have the shirt on at school? Did he wear it at school and then he had a track meet and he was picked up and brought home and then the picture was taken?
I don't know. From what I understood, it was a form of punishment, so I'm assuming no. But I am hearing that some schools, and their school has not confirmed, some schools do this thing where they like get a t-shirt and they'll write like a lie on it and wear it. I can't remember what they call it. So I guess it's a thing. I'm not sure if their school does that, but I've heard rumors that the shirt was made for that, and it was the only clean shirt he had and he wanted to wear it. But that doesn't explain him being so upset and crying.
No. And in the searches, have you seen either his mom or his dad out searching with the searchers?
I have not. I have seen other family members. My understanding is mom and dad are staying at home because so many people are against them right now. They're just trying to stay safe and keep their other children safe and stay out of the spotlight.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Well, that's probably the best thing for them to do is to stay home because I mean, if they're paying attention to social media at all, um, it erupted for sure. And they probably need to stay home and make sure their other children are okay. Because, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. And we don't want the other children in danger.
Right. Right. At this point, you know, no one knows what happened. We just know that he's missing. Um, whether they've done something, he's done something, or he's just hiding somewhere. We don't know. But I say right now, the important thing is find him, and then that stuff will get worked out.
Oh, and that's exactly right. Number one priority right now is to find him, and all the other stuff will fall into place. That's for sure. All the other stuff will come out. It damn sure will. But finding him right now is the priority. Now, they said they suspended the search and they were going to look into the article I read was other investigative tactics or something like that. And of course, you live local, so you hear from all these people. Do you know anything more about that?
Yes, I heard yesterday that they have notified John Walsh. So I'm assuming they're going to be out. And today they were talking about bringing in divers. The river there's some deep spots, there's some really shallow spots, but it's very windy. So I think they are focusing on that area, and they're also planning to research abandoned homes.
Mhm.
So, but yesterday we were out searching and we had a guy like literally chase after part of our group with a gun because he didn't want anyone on his property.
That happens.
So I mean, that is the stuff we're dealing with too. It's insane.
Yeah, that happens. I'll never understand it, but it does.
Right.
Oh, ask this. One thing that people have been saying over and over and over and over, and it happens in every case, is why don't they just ping his phone? I read that he does not have his own phone. Does he have a phone, or do you know?
He does not. I was told yesterday that his phone was, I'm assuming, taken from him as punishment at the end of the year. I can't remember if it was October or November. So he hasn't had a phone in quite some time.
Have you heard what was going on with the punishment? Why? I mean, what was going on at the house that they would take his phone in October or November and he still wouldn't have it in March, and then he's in this shirt? Because that's a long punishment.
I have not. I have
Okay.
no idea. My understanding, just from some of what I'm hearing, is it's conflicting. He was a troubled child. This was a form of punishment trying to get through to him. But at the same time, he was such a good kid and great in school. I
Mhm.
know that he was in band. He was just at a band concert on Tuesday. One of the pictures circulating is from that. And then Thursday he had track meet, so he's in different, activities at school.
My stomach is in knots over this. I mean, the picture itself breaks my heart. And then I see the school picture, breaks my heart. Then I hear things about a long punishment. And hey, how parents punish, that's up to them. I don't think taking a kid's phone is the end of the world by any means. I think there's a lot of kids who shouldn't have a phone at all. Something here is just for sure not sitting right. And it's really making me ill.
Me too. You know, Sunday I came home after dropping our grandson off, and I was looking at different things online and looking for updates, and planned to be there Monday morning at 9, and I literally threw up. It
Mm.
just it's it's horrible. I have never met him. I don't know his family. Um, it's just, this is horrible.
It is, and it's gonna be extra hard for you because you've been out there physically searching, and you've been hearing one-on-one from officials and even things, with your own ears, not reading on the computer, things from the rumor mill. So, it's I'm sure you did. I'm sure you were really upset. Marlena wants to know if they have interviewed his siblings, and a lot of people are asking, are the siblings still with the parents?
I do believe the siblings are still with the parents. I cannot confirm that, but I believe they are. Um, Everyone has been interviewed. I'm assuming that would also mean siblings. Um, so yeah, I know the parents were given polygraphs. I'm assuming they passed those. And there was a rumor at one point that he was seen on camera, and that is not true. That was shown. It was, the rumor was that he was at the gas station and had broke $100 bill, and that is not true. That was not him.
Hang on one second. Teehee Candor said, or lead me to where I can get the answers you already know. What are you asking about, Teehee? About the shirt? Here, hun, this is the shirt. This is the picture that was given to the police, and it's got handwriting on it that says, I'm a liar. I hurt my brother. There's like an emoji drawn onto it on the right shoulder, where it's got a bunch of teardrops coming off of it, and it was like a form of punishment, it's believed. But the picture's on the screen. Okay, I bet Jen would know this. How do they know what time he left did someone see him leave? All I know is that he was seen on Ring camera at 8:30 p.m. on the 16th.
And that's when the mom reported him leaving. And I believe it was her Ring camera. I may be wrong, but I think that was their own Ring camera that saw him leaving.
Mhm. Okay. I wasn't sure whose it was. Yeah, these articles, when they say was seen on Ring, they don't tell you who it is because people are crazy and they'll start looking up those neighbors and stuff. They're nuts. And so let's say he was caught on her Ring camera at 8:30, then they called 911 at 8:45. So I'm wondering what made them think in that 15 minutes he wasn't just going outside to cool off from an argument and not coming back. That's very odd to me.
Well, my understanding on Friday was that he had made that threat before he left.
Mm.
And then I would assume the fact that he went out the house dressed the way that he was, with it being as cold as it was. I was told that he had ran away. His sister actually was commenting on a post and said that he had ran away once before, but was only gone 30 minutes and went to a family member's house.
Jody said, did he tell his family I'm going to jump off the bridge and they didn't stop him? That's the way it sounds. I don't know. I can't imagine this conversation. And it doesn't seem like there's much more context to it unless something else was said to Jen.
No, that's all that I was told. Like I said, I've not gone there and really asked many questions. I just go and where they tell you to go search is what I've been doing.
Well, you're people that are out searching are doing what needs to be done right now. The rest of the stuff's going to sort itself out, and it will with a quickness. But finding him is the key. And I'm more nervous about this now than I was hours ago. This is crazy.
Right. I guess for me, what scares me so much is him making that threat. And knowing that he was so close to water. I'm kind of, I think right now the police are just hoping that he's went to someone's house that he knows they're not there. So I'm crossing my fingers for that. But it's not feeling very good right now.
No, because they said that they've turned over every stone. They've gone through everything. They've pulled out everything they have to find him. But they said there's no crime scene, so there's nothing taped off. If he made a threat that he was going to jump off a certain bridge, that obviously would be the first thing they would check. He hasn't been found around that bridge in the water or whatever. So where could he be? Not that we want him jumping off a bridge by any means, but he's got to be somewhere.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, they're out there again today. I'm pretty sure searching that. From the sounds of it, that was their plan. So.
Well, Jen, I appreciate you coming up. I know this is hard to talk about, and you've been at the search, and so it's extra hard for you. And I do appreciate you coming up and letting us know and quelling, squashing some of those rumors and everything like that. And I really appreciate you putting in the footwork.
Yeah. I just I don't know how many people on there pray, but keep him in your prayer and his family, because his mom, if this is the way that she punished her child and he ran off because he was so upset about it, I cannot even imagine how she's feeling right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, like I'm sure you do, have some mixed feelings about that. Yeah. So he just needs to be found.
That's it. That's exactly where we're at right now. Because it hasn't even been a week, which is still a long time. This is Tuesday. He went missing Thursday night. So a lot of daylight's been burnt up. looking for him, searching for him. I know it stopped for a little bit to use helicopters. They've suspended the search for now. I'm sure his mother is feeling guilty, and I'm sure she has seen a lot of stuff on social media. I guarantee. And all of that's going to come out. All of it's going to come out because he didn't just vanish. He didn't.
Right. There is a prayer light vigil scheduled for Thursday at 7 o'clock. There in Eaton, if anyone is close enough to be able to attend or can light a candle at home. But thank you. I appreciate it covering this and letting more people know so we can have more eyes out.
Absolutely. And as this continues to unfold and we're covering it or something like that, grab the link, come up. I apologize for the echo. Or if there's something you see out there and you're like, nope, that's not true, if you could let me know, because these rumors and stuff don't do any good. And already it's wild. And I hate to say it, I'm not trying to put more on the mom, but the rumors are going wild because of the photo that was given to the police that they posted. That was all they had. And that's bizarre to me that picture was given, but it is what it is. I mean, this is Tuesday. He's been gone since Thursday, and we just all really appreciate you coming up and sharing all this with us.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, that was awesome. So, the story, I hate to say the story, the statement made that he had made this threat, that certainly has not left my mind at all. It's scary when a child goes missing regardless and they're not found fast. And let's face it, 14-year-olds, they're a little quicker to the draw than say a 3, 4, 5-year-old going missing. They know how to get a hold of people. They know how to, they have a better survival set than, say, like I said, a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old. Still, they have searched these abandoned houses. They've searched the water. They've been through the woods. They've had the dogs, had the helicopters, the whole thing. This is crazy. And the mom didn't score any points with anybody because the picture that was given was the one they had to post. That was the picture they were given. People are like, well, you should have cropped it out. They said, well, it's an investigative tool. Only they know what that means. The mom spoke out yesterday. Some people said, well, she didn't want to say anything because of the online hate. Then they didn't like her demeanor up there. With that picture that's going around, she's just not going to score any fans. It's just not going to happen. So the main focus is they got to find this boy. They've got to find him, because I don't see how he can just be this off the chain menace at home, but have nothing but like accolades from the people at school. Thank you, Midwest girl. Prayers for Scottie. That is the most important thing. Alibi said it's not only the picture, Brooks, it was also her demeanor while she was pleading for him to come home. Yep, she didn't score any points there, and the photo is pretty damning. It is. It is. This is not 1983 where the teacher in the classroom sets kids in the corner and puts a sign on them or like a dunce cap. Things don't go down like that anymore. It doesn't work that way anymore. I did see one comment going, well, if that's the worst his mom did to him, then I say he has it pretty good. And I'm like, it's not so much the shirt for me. It's really not so much the shirt. Yeah, the shirt's no fashion statement. The look on his face breaks my heart. 100%. Let's look at the video from mom one more time. I'm going to put the link up.
Missing since Thursday. Right now, the mother of the teen is giving us a statement about his disappearance outside of the Eaton Police Department. Our Rich Nye is there live right now with an update on the search.
Yeah, Matthew, we're in Eaton, Indiana. This is just north of Muncie. The search continues for 14-year-old Scottie Morris, missing since 8:30 on Thursday night when he left his home. I'm going to introduce the police chief here, Jay Turner, who's also going to introduce the mother.
Thank you very much. This is Felicia Morris. She is Scottie Morris's mother. We've been working with Felicia for the last 3 days, and she's been very cooperative with our investigation. We had decided that she wanted to talk to Scottie personally, so that's why we're here.
Do I hold that?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Scott, I love you. And I want you to come home. And I know that you're mad and confused. And I'm afraid that you're scared of all of this. Everyone is out looking for you. And we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble. Okay? If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay? I love you and I just want you to come home. I need you to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much, okay?
Okay, a lot of people were taken aback that when she got done with the last sentence, she looked at him and just shook her head yes. And I didn't see her mouth anything. Patty and Pink said, would you do to your son? You mean put him in that shirt and take a picture of him bawling his face off? God, no. No. Wouldn't even cross my mind. No. No, I'm mortified by this. I am mortified by this. And like I said, the shirt's one thing. Trust me. The shirt's one thing. But the look on his face. I just can't. And it's been so cold out at night. So cold. Where could he be? Jen was just up here. Plus, it's, other broadcasts have been up, interviews and stuff like that, where they're like, we have searched the abandoned houses. They've talked to his friends. Somebody's got to be feeding him and keeping him warm. Where could he be? We certainly don't want the worst case scenario. This is horrible. I don't like the whole, you might be scared of the police. If he's out there in the cold, he's not scared of the police, but I don't think he could survive that. No way. I don't like the threat of self-harm being made. That scares me to death. And that's got my mind going a totally, totally different way. This is horrible, guys, but we're going to continue to follow it. I really appreciate Jen coming up today. You guys piling in here. I know we didn't have very much notice. I can't get this off my mind. This was too much. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Going to be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'm not sure if we're going to do Sarah Boone's interrogation. We might have an update on Scottie. I'm really hoping that we have good news about Scottie tomorrow. Either way, I'll be back at 9 a.m. If I don't see you in Discord or one of the Facebook groups, then I'll see you back here. I really appreciate you guys coming in for this. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.